coming out tonight. We're going to go ahead and start off celebrating all of our teams, appreciating them and all their hard work this season. And we're going to go ahead and give a round of applause to our freshman team. They have a fantastic season. This was a little bit different for me because myself and Coach Gary, we both coached the team this past season. It was a small group of players that we kept on this team, and not only that, we did have some freshmen that played up on the JV team and not only that on the varsity team as well. But we felt like this was going to be a very successful team, and they definitely proved that this season. And they ended up winning their league. I know they don't keep count of that or anything like that, the high school level for the underclassmen, but nonetheless, they definitely outperformed all the teams that they played this season overall. They scored a lot of goals. Defensively were great, and they played like true Grizzlies and how we wanted to play. Really, really exciting and fun to watch. Garrett, can I have you come up again so we can recognize you as well? Gary's been with our program now for a while, and we've been on both sides, and always on really appreciative of you, Gary, for everything you do for our program. Thank you so much. We're going to go ahead and call out, we're going to represent our freshman team now. We're going to have them come out when we call their name. Introduce them, and then we're going to hand them their nice little order, okay? Live as well. And this is your freshman team, guys. All right. So these are the awards that we give out to our outstanding players of the season. We have a wonderful group of kids here, extremely high-level athletes, and with tons of potential. We're really happy that they're Mission Hills soccer players. For our first award, we have our defensive MVP for our freshman girls soccer team. She was absolutely incredible this season, just being vocal always in a really positive way, managing and supporting the back line and goalkeeper throughout this entire season. Absolutely fun to watch, and knowing that even got to play forward as well, and even midfield too. And it's fun to see these players, how they adapt and how they work and how they continue to strive and push themselves. Scarlett. And this is going to be our Mission Hills Grizzlies offensive MVP. This is really tough, just because we had such an amazing attack front three. We had just a lot of attacking players on this team, and so this award is definitely a tough one to select. But nonetheless, I think this person is extremely deserving of it because she would really come together and put games together and define games as well. Kamini. All right. Like I said, this has been a very competitive team, and we had many players that were real standouts throughout the season, all season long. And this is our Mission Hills Grizzlies Grizzly Grit Award. This is a person that I think is the embodiment of this grit that's on the field, that's happening, taking place, and how she strives and how she works. And she does all this by leading by example and how she follows through. And she was an absolute joy to watch this entire season. Live as well. All right, this is our Hope Award. This is our Heart of a Grizzly Award. The Hope. Anyways. Heart of a Grizzly. Anyways, I'm incredibly proud of this player because she was electric all season long, watching her play. Really dynamic and creating opportunities all the time throughout our matches. And knowing that, just like how she would get back on defense and how she would strike forward, it was incredible to watch. And just some of the goals that we saw her create and finish were just absolutely incredible. And it almost looked like something from Cirque du Soleil at times. So it was a lot of fun to watch, and knowing that, I just can't wait to see what else this player does in her high school career. Charlotte Navarro. It's been a great season. Thank you guys.
We didn't play on the stadium field.
Now I'm starting for the JV team. I'm Coach Nelson. This is my first year as a JV in the girls program, so I've been in mission fields in the past, but on the boys side. But this year I was invited by Coach Kino, and definitely said yes right away. And thank you, Kino, for the opportunity to be here and be part of the program. I'm going to thank also the coaches, the coaching staff, Coach Gary, Coach Jules here that's going to help me out today. So they always were there for me for feedback, advice, discussions about the team, what we can do, what players we want to move up or down. So it's a great coaching staff that MHHS has. Also, I want to thank Annie for being the team manager for the three teams, because I came and said, well, I have to do all the team management stuff, but she said, no, I'm going to take care of it. So she took up that work, and I appreciate the help for the JV team manager. To the players, so it was an amazing season. From the beginning, there was so much quality of players that Mission Hills has to choose from, right? Hundreds of players, I don't know which 100 players right now, and for JV it's very difficult, right? Because you're in the middle, and what players we can bring on board. So a lot of talent, and we started with 23 players in the roster. We want to have it lower, but just so many players, I want to give them the opportunity to play with for the school, which is very important, right? So it was an awesome season. From the very first game, we went to Coronado, and that was the first time I saw the girls play. I just tried to figure out who plays where, what can we do as a lineup and the strategy, and the girls really made my life easier, and we just took it from there. So some of the stats I'm going to share with you, we had 14 wins throughout the season, which is awesome. 5 losses and 3 ties. Yeah, so I think one of the games that we will probably remember and will remember is we went to Torrey Pines, and we beat Torrey Pines 2-1, I think it was. So it was obviously Torrey Pines a very strong team, and the girls did it. So that's one example, and we worked together 4 months, right? From trials in November all the way to February. 4 months, but the time flies. It went by very, very, very fast, and I'm very proud and happy of what you accomplished this season. Also, one of the stats is the number of goals we scored. And when I saw the number, I said, we scored that many? So do you know how many goals we scored in total? Yes. So there were 67 goals.
Oh,
all right, so
I had a feeling it was going to
I'm gonna call each one of you is gonna come up here and receive the certificate. So first is Tatum. Being Steinberger. Kimberly. Roxanne Simmons. Valentina. Brianna Rankin. Brooklyn. JC. Kylie. Ella Garcia. KK. Sheila. Addison. Moani. Janelli. Hello. Ren. It will take us forever to talk about every single play, but I mean, this team was formed from having a strong defense, a strong goalies and a strong defense, right? We had that from the very beginning, and that made us successful throughout the season. So we have a lot of defenders in the team, but towards the end of the season, we probably struggled with numbers. But players stepped up and then were able to help us in the back. So the goalies, Addison and Brooklyn, they did an awesome job in goalie position. The defenders, Cali, Finn, Moani, Ren, Brianna, Kimberly, Brianna Vasquez, Kylie, and Vanessa. So some players aren't here, but they were there, and some players got injured throughout and couldn't finish the season, but it's worth mentioning them. Midfielders, we had KK, Janelli, Valentina, Peyton, Ella, Natalie. They were awesome because they were the creatives of the sport of the team. I want to ask also Shiloh to come up here and join the team as well, because she was also, towards the end of the season, she was moved up and joined the JV team. So. On the attack, we had Tatum, JC, Shayla, Shiloh, Roxanne, Alexis, and Harlow, which were creating the opportunities, finishing the opportunities, creating chances, and scoring those goals. So very happy to have this group of players. So thank you, girls, for giving me the opportunity to participate. And we're gonna move on to the awards. So, the defensive MVP, so these were chosen by the players, and there was a voting system, and then you voted for the player that you felt that was worthy in this award, and I couldn't agree more with what you decided, because she was always in the defensive side. That was the struggles I was saying is we build a strong defense, especially starting from this player. Was there every single time, and even during tough times and sickness and all that stuff, she always wanted to be there. So this is for Ren Willis. The offensive MVP also chosen by the players, but I also agree with what we decided is it's not easy to choose those best players or MVPs because there's so much quality and you feel like you rely on this player a lot. We all, as a team, creating those opportunities, assisting the strikers, scoring goals also as well, and being there every single time at practices and games. So this goes for Valentina. This is the award for Grizzly Grid Award. And there's 2 players that also was voted by the team. There was a tie of 2 of you. You definitely deserve to get this award for the perseverance, passion of the sport, being there every single time, being dynamic as well, wanting to do more every single time, every single opportunity you get on the field, and definitely you deserve this great award. It goes to Kimberly Sotelo. Heart of a Grizzly Award. This is a coach's award. Yeah, obviously it's difficult to choose one player because we needed everyone to be on point every single time, locked in every single game. But from the very beginning, I saw that player was going to do very, very good and do a lot for us. And it's a position that nobody would think that player would contribute so much for the team, and also dynamic enough to, whenever I asked her to play a different position, she would say, yes, I'll do it. Also, when she needed to sit down and take a break, she wouldn't really complain at all. But she gave us so much support as a team that, and then I think she never missed a practice except probably one time, and because she was sick. But she's a player that was the most consistent in attending practice, and this is for Cali Avalos. Okay, the team, so let's get together.
both of our coaches, Coach Gary, Coach Kino, and to our photographer, Christina. Thank you, Coach Gary and Coach Kino, for always making practices and games fun and enjoyable for all of us, and making sure we didn't, we had a good time. And thank you to Christina for capturing our games for us, being there every day, making sure we had pictures of our games. Just thank you to all three of you.
Okay, this is our speech on behalf of the JV team. I want to start
start off by thanking Coach Nelson. With so much hard work and dedication, he helped not only lead us to victories, but allowed us to develop as players. He always believed in us and created an enjoyable team environment. I also wanted to say thank you to our photographer, Mike, for being at every game and taking amazing photos. It means so much to us.
I would also like to thank the coach for his dedication and effort throughout the season. His encouragement, leadership, and coaching really made a difference in our success as a team. Furthermore, our team worked very hard together to win the season. All of us were very important to be victorious, especially against San Marcos and Torrey Pines.
I would like to talk about the team and thank them for an amazing season. We developed strong bond with one another as the season went on and as everyone got to know each other. Through the pre-game TikToks, post-game flicks, the team bonding at BJ's, and just laughing on practice with everybody helped grow our chemistry for the performance on the field and made the experience so much more fun. I would also like to thank the parents for their support, being at the stands in the games, helping us fundraise, and everything in between to help out. We are so grateful for everybody who committed time to add to our experience and grow our soccer abilities, as well as, of course, the players that made it happen. Thank you.
Coach Kino's stepdad, and also the analyst of the varsity's team statistical activities. So let's get started. We're going deep into the season. Okay? Fading into play. Okay, here they are. It's hard to read this stuff. There they are, there's the team. 20, 25, Mission Hills Girls Soccer. Okay, let's go to the first line. Here's what I'm going to do tonight. I'm going to analyze in the following areas: protecting the goal, regaining possession, maintaining possession, and shooting in scores. Does anybody know what the elephant in the room means? But let me explain this slide. I watched about 100 hours of video on this team. And I saw their record, and it didn't make sense to me. And the more I watched, the more I counted, I got more and more frustrated. The reason why I got frustrated is this is a good team, but the record doesn't reflect how good they were. So let me go into the details of what I mean. Number one, out of the 13 losses, sorry, 9 of those games, you had better statistics in superior ball recovery, passing in possession, and attempts on goal. 9 of those games. The other 2 were even, and there was only 2 games where I felt like it deserved to. For our last game, we had 21 tackles compared to the opponent. We had 70 interceptions compared to the 36 to the opponent. We had 52% of the possession, 209 passes to 104. Pass completion rate at 80%, while they only pass completed 66%. So I'm frustrated because that doesn't make sense to me. You guys lost, but you deserve to win because of the way you played. And that's what I saw all season. I saw top quality playing, and sometimes bad luck, sometimes it just happens in soccer, you know? The best team doesn't always win in soccer. So, the other thing that happens is you play in the toughest league in San Diego. Let's take a look at the evidence. Who won the Open Division? A team from the Palomar League. Who was in the final with them? A team in the Palomar League. Who won Division 1? A team from the Palomar League. Who won Division 2? A team in the Palomar League. State regional semifinalist was a Division 2 team. The other teams in the finals, the other teams in our league were either in the finals or semifinals. So not only, what I'm trying to say is, you guys had a really tough job. And it shows the quality that you had to play against all the time. So let's go to the next slide. So how do we deal with this frustration? We can let it go and celebrate accomplishments. We can primal scream for 5 seconds.
Let's do it.
We can foot stomp for 5 seconds. Or we can just take a nice deep cleansing breath and let it all out. Okay, team, what do you vote for? All right, are you ready? I'm going to count by 5 backwards. When I hit 1, you scream and hold it for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That was not 5 seconds. Okay. So that was about 1 second, so you have 4 more to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, you need 1 more because that was about 2. 1 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's get started and celebrate the accomplishment. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to do. Look at that celebration. Okay. Here we go. Look some more?
No, I'm good.
Okay, let's talk about protecting the goal. My favorite part of this photo is look at someone right in the middle of her team, and she epitomizes the scream that she should have done now. Okay, good. Let's talk about our goals. Look at that save there. Incredible. Mia saved 76 shots from going into the goal. Emma's 58 saves, Mia 18. And the reason why Mia had a fewer goals is because she had an injury. They gathered 81 balls that were potential off-shot opportunities for us. Okay, next. Protecting the goal clearances. Throughout the season, the Grizzlies outfield players cleared the ball 540 times. Blocked 21 shots from going into the goal. I know we're still looking at that. I think this is one of them, where she blocked the ball right when it was going into the goal. And my other favorite is the girl's hair that's kind of flying up. Okay, next one. Protecting the goal. Before the ball gets into a shot area, we got to clear the ball out. Kendra, 126 clearances and 1 block shot. Ellie, 105 clearances and 2 block shots. Sam, 44 clearances and 4 block shots. And Sammy, 59 clearances and 2 block shots. stuff. I think my favorite is Savage over there. Leaping in the sky and throwing that ball out of trouble. Next one. Okay, we had other people that were Okay, next. What? Did you guys know that your coaches played in high school? There's Dino. He even made it back in the day. You know, I'm a little older than you guys. Back in the day, they used to have a newspaper. And in the newspaper, there's Dino right there. Taking the ball from a Torrey Pines player. And over there, there's Jules in her Mission Hills Grizzlies outfit. All right. And there was Hannah. But she didn't play for the Mission Hills or San Juan, so I didn't include it. Regaining possession, measured by the number of tackles and interceptions. Grizzlies tackled 565 times during the season, and the opponents only had 306. Grizzlies intercepted 1,593 passes, opponents only 1,187. This has been something that's been consistent about this team ever since I've been looking at their stuff. They are consistently winning back possession, much better, much more often than the opponents. Let's go to the next one. So we look at the top, we look at the people that have done some good job, top individual performance and tackles. Savvy, 104. Piper, 72, and Peyton, 72. We have Aubrey with 45, Sam with 48, Kendra with 36, and Kenna with 30. These are all tackles. And then we have Lindsay at 27, Ellie 23, Audrey 19, and Allie at 20. Okay, this is interceptions. Samuel, 258. Piper, 178. Kendra, 157. And Ellie, 137. Ellie really stepped up for you guys this year. Okay, next. We have Sam at 141, Peyton at 129, and Kenna at 127. Good work. All right, next one. Maintaining possession. What we do with this is we try to count the number of passes completed. We take a percentage of the passes completed, and we talk about time of possession. Grizzlies completed 4,504 passes this season, or about 214 passes per game. In a game against Ranch Bernard, the Grizzlies completed 316 passes, the highest for the season. A couple of times last season, you got above the 300 area. The 300 number is pretty difficult to achieve. Opponents, only 3,470 and 165 passes. Your percentage of pass completion is about 75%, and the opponent's about 73%. So every fourth pass, 3 out of 4 passes goes to the right person. Grizzlies' average possession of time is about 53%. Okay, next, here we go with that. Top individual performances, Savvy with 558 and 76%. Some of those passes are not easy passes. You know, there's passes that are maybe 20, 30 yards, trying to find that open person so they can break the defensive line and get into the goal. Gwen, 330 passes at 80%. Last year, Gwen, 262 at 71%. A big improvement. Peyton, 460 at 77%, and Kendra, 393 at 81%. Another comment about Kendra, I think this year, Kendra, the long balls were getting to the right people a lot. A lot. Next. Retaining possession. Passes completed. These are more. Sam, you can see the numbers, I'll go quickly. Piper, Lindsay, Ellie, Kenna. All these are like 75, between 70 and 75%. Really, really good numbers. Next. Shooting and scoring. I do shots taken, shots on goal, assists, and goals. Grizzlies took 390 shots with 216 being on target. Their opponents only 230 shots. That's why, you guys did a lot of great stuff. With 122 on target. Of 35 goals, 25 of them were assisted. Their opponents had 45 goals, with 37 of them being assisted. Of the 35 goals, 13 were from open play, meaning they kind of started from the back and got to the front and scored a goal. 15 were from counterattacks, where we won the ball maybe in our half and went to the goal. 2 were from corner kicks. 2 were from penalty kicks and 3 were from strike kicks. Next. Okay, the scoring and attempts to score, top performers. Shots, Gwen at 86, 48 on target. Lindsay, 46, 28 on target. Savvy, 60 shots, 32 on target. And Kate, 30 shots with 20 on target. Goals and assists. Gwen, 14 goals and 4 assists. Savvy, 5 goals, 3 assists. Peyton, 6 goals, 7 assists. You can see that all the scorers were also giving, was sharing the ball and helping the others score too. That's a really good sign for me. I think there's Aubrey at 5 assists. Taylor at 2 goals and 2 assists. Taylor, jeez, and she's there with crutches on. She was having a great season before this happened. Demira, 1 goal, 2 assists. And Demira and Piper have an unusual situation. They hit the crossbar more than they scored the goal. That is too hard to do. The goal is like this. The crossbar is like this. This shot for Demira, this was in the point Loma game. And that shot, if it would have just dipped a little bit, it would have probably been a goal this season, because it was an amazing shot that just went barely on the goal, and it would have gone in, and it would have been just a really amazing shot. So it tells me that, a couple of inches one way or the other can make things totally different. It's hard to read the rest of you guys, and I'll get 3 done. Sam, 1 assist. Kendra, 1 assist. And Kayla, 1 assist. Okay. Keep going. I'm sorry, it's hard. I think when we transfer the print, we didn't get it as good as we want. But there's Abby. I don't know if you guys can see it. Abby, Maya, Kayla, Brianna, Bree, and Audrey. Those there. All had some good stats too. There we go. Let's switch to the next one. Okay. This is one that I've been doing this for 4 years. I think this is your 5th year, right? 4th year. 4th year? Yeah. So sometimes I didn't have the stats for 1 year because the program I usually didn't have those. But we have to kind of give a big round of applause for these players that played 4 years of high school varsity. And so you can kind of take a look at the stats. 326 clearances, that was just for 3 seasons, so there's a whole nother batch. Block shots, 3. 101 tackles, that was 4 years. 333 interceptions, that was because I didn't have those, I wasn't taking those stats in the first year. This is what I love. 1,285 passes over her career. 79% pass completion. And Kendra just doesn't knock the ball to the next person. She tries to find a person that's maybe not the next person, but 2 persons away. We're trying to find that ball that opens up. So it's a fabulous career. Mia, 156 saves. That was over the 4 period of time. I don't know if you remember this, but your game against San Marcos, which you guys won 12 saves. It was the best. You had one season where you had 70 saves, the most saves in a season from 23-24 season. 271 successful passes. Some of those are just to the next person, but some of those are, again, like Kipper, you have to knock it forward quite a bit. And 82% pass completion once you get it. Okay, Savvy. This is all about you, girl. 4 years. 205 clearance. What I want you guys to understand about Savvy, she goes back and takes care of the goal. She makes sure that she passes the ball from one person to another. And then she tries to score a goal. She is a complete midfielder. So let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at her. 205 clearances, 17 block shots, 431 tackles, 694 interceptions, 2,159 successful passes, 78% pass completion, 314 shots, 143 on target, 13 assists, and 11 goals. There you are, guys. I think it's time for you guys to celebrate in a way. It's a taking place. Okay, great job, guys.
Guys, if you could give them a break one more time, please. Typically at the end of our matches, Greg says, all right, well, I'm going to be up, now for the next 2 to 3 hours, I'm going to be up, like we're doing the video, and he starts to compile all the stats. And so for Greg to do that and to invest that amount of time, he's definitely been super supportive of everybody in my program, so I'm incredibly lucky to have him, and just like the enthusiasm that he shows. This is incredible. So thank you very much. All right. So the main event, we have our varsity team, our Mission Hills girls varsity. I know Greg has already talked about the season, of course, with much frustration. At the same time, nevertheless, girls, it was absolute for me to coach this group of girls, and knowing that, just to see the heart and the grit and the courage and the character that they showed every single match was, to me, was unmatched by any other team. They played every single match almost as if it was like a final, and with that is also going to come heartbreak as well, and frustration, but nevertheless, it was, for me, still watching them play and putting things together out there and taking teams all the way to the end. It made me incredibly proud. And knowing that the support that they showed each other as well from the field and from the sidelines and from all of you, I sincerely greatly appreciate it. So thank you, varsity girls, for that. Ayla, get on up here, kid. Ellie. Uncle Randall's not here this evening, unfortunately. And Kate Brown, get on up here. Piper. Ali. Leah. Taylor. Lindsay. Audrey. Brianna. Emma. Sam. Marlene. Abby. Let's go, Grizzly Gwen. Abby. Gabby. Kendra. Mia. Maya. Tamara. Let's go, Kenna. I'm gonna pass the mic over.
Hi everyone. Girls, while I have you up here, I just wanted to say, believe it or not, everyone in here minus siblings and maybe some friends was a teenager at one point. And I don't know about you guys, but being a teenager is awkward and uncomfortable and weird a lot of the times, but it's also really fun. And it's such a blessing to find yourself in a community where you're able to be around people who have a shared love or joy for something. And girls, that would not be possible, and it would not have been possible for the last decade plus of your life if it were not for the support of your family. So if you could please, all teams, give your parents a round of applause. Thank you, parents, for doing this.
We're celebrating our student athletes. These are the all academic team awards. The eligibility for this is for juniors and seniors with on the varsity team with the 3.0 or higher. Okay. Marlene. Sam. Hannah. Ali. Maya. Leah. Audrey. Kendra. Bree. Gwen. Taylor. Emma. Kitty. Yeah. Abby. This is also to recognize the girls soccer 2025-26 All Palomar League. One of our players made the first team. That is Savvy. And not only that, we had two players that made the second team of the All Palomar League as well. That is Gwen and Kendra. We're going to move on to our team awards. These were all voted on by the team as well. This first one is first and foremost, like with the senior class. This is my 4th year, seeing these kids grow up in our soccer program and seeing them compete and represent their school in the manner that they did all year long. And for these 4 years, it's I'm not going to get emotional or anything like that, but I am like very, very proud of seeing these kids going on to school and knowing that just leaving this program in a better way. This player in particular, she was a 4-year varsity player on our team, and I think just kept growing every single year and becoming a better soccer player in our program. Defensively, she was absolutely strong and vital and pivotal in many matches for us. Kendra. All right, this is our Mission Hills Grizzlies and offensive MVP. For me, this is obviously hands down. This person was just an absolute rock. Or steam barreling Grizzly running down the field, just challenging for every ball. And knowing that, like when I saw the stat with her ability to hold up the ball and still connect with passes, that is incredibly difficult for any forward to do. But this person did it in quite the fashion, and she was a lot of fun to watch all season. Just chase down defenders and hold up play and score amazing goals and set up players for her teammates as well. Why don't you go ahead? All right, we had a tie for this one, and I would not be able to do a tiebreaker for either of these two either. So for these two players, this is the Grizzly Grit Award, and what these players did was just continually box-to-box play, just like the heart and the grit and character that they showed on the field every match that they were playing in. To me, they were the embodiment of a Grizzly out there in the field. And not only that, I just thought they were very, very exciting soccer players to watch. You could always continually count on them to perform and give 100% and just play an extraordinary game. Our first award goes to Sam. And our second award goes to Pete Brown. This next award, this is our Mission Hills Grizzlies Grizzly MVP Award. Once again, this was another player that was a 4-year starter for the program. It was amazing to see this player as a freshman, and to her continue to grow each season into this fine player that she is now. And I just couldn't see us really being the force that we were without her. I think we're incredibly lucky that she was with Mission Hills High School. She's not only just a great, phenomenal soccer player, but she's also just a phenomenal person too. And I think that's why so many people gravitate towards her on the field, and I think that's why she's also just a proven leader out there on the field too. And it's not even necessarily the things that she says or anything. Of course, she's incredibly encouraging of her teammates, but she just leads by example. And me personally, that's a player I love to watch on the field. So, Savvy, this is one of my favorite awards, the Hogue Award. Heart of the Grizzly. it's been amazing to see this player. I've known this player for quite a while now, and just seeing her develop, and not only just her play, but just her personality, and just how she brings people together on the field and off the field as well. And it's just her optimism, and knowing that, like her ability to play in games and to be a leader out there in the field, and to come up with saves and to play out of the back in tough situations, passing and being under so much pressure. Like it's tough. It's tough on any player. But this player always handled it in a very cool and calm demeanor and manner. And not only that, also headed up our social media account as well. And I lived for that account. You know, and I don't want to whoever's going to pick up the account in the future has got some big shoes to fill, because I loved seeing that part of our team and just how much fun we could have, and whether we were poking fun at each other or just trying to boost morale and get people to the games was always something I enjoyed seeing. You know, just just kind of scrolling on Instagram and seeing that. I always like this. It always just brought a smile on my face. So Emma Arsley.
And lastly, Kino and Jules. One last final round of applause for them.
have a few things I want to say, and just recognize some people as well. I know I know everybody here has put in a lot of time and effort throughout this entire season to make this a great season, especially for our seniors and everything you guys do on that senior night. It's a really memorable event, and watching it seemed just really, really special for everybody out there, for the time and energy that all you guys put in with it. But not only that, with our boosters as well, and without them, you know, we don't get these nice places here, and knowing that, just like the time and energy that on the field, it's because of them, they just help out so much. The first people I want to recognize is Eric and Libby. You guys just backing our program and just being super supportive of myself and just being able to coach the team and help us out. And knowing that, just leaving our program in a much better place than it was before. It was a good program before, but I just feel like you guys have come in and just the amount of time and energy that you guys have put in. I can't thank you guys enough. Thank you guys so much. I got something for you. The other person I want to thank too is the person that has been, filming all of our matches for us, and to be behind the camera. I know she gets to watch her daughter play, but I'm sure she probably wants to watch her daughter play in a different manner. But at the same time, it's the incredible footage that she's able to put together for our teams that makes Greg's job a lot easier. But not only that, it's just something that she's always done for not only the girls on our team, but teams prior, just being able to go out and do that for those teams as well, and the kids and those families. I just think it's just been a wonderful thing. So Angie, thank you so much for this. Last person I want to thank, and I think without her, I don't think any of this really happens. And granted, I have this things that I have to do as a soccer coach, but administratively, there's somebody else that maintains and takes care of any of those things and does all these wonderful things here at these events. And not only that, just like makes the season go really smooth. If messages need to go out, or if we have to change something, or if we have to book something, or get us anywhere. And knowing that there's a million other things I'm probably missing as well with what Annie does. But Annie, it's been an incredible time having you here with our program. And I don't know, but I value all your time and energy in our program. And thank you so much.
A quick plug, if anyone is interested in being a booster member for next season, please reach out and come speak to Eric or Rennie. I know Rennie's, thank you for stepping up and being our treasurer for next season. But if anyone else would like to participate, please let us know. Eric and I are saying farewell to this program. It's been great, but we want to make sure Tina's set up in good hands for next year.
We're going to go ahead now. We're going to officially wrap up our season now. I thank you all. I wish all of our girls much luck on their club teams. And of course, if they need anything whatsoever, please reach out to Jules, reach out to myself. You guys need help with your college ambitions or anything like that. Parents, if you guys need anything whatsoever as well, please do not hesitate to reach out. We wish our seniors the absolute best. And then not only that, we love it when our seniors are coming back from school, they come and visit us. That's what brightens my day even more when they show up to our games. when they come back and visit us. Hopefully, maybe at some point soon, we'll try to arrange like an alumni game, something like that. But time will tell. Time will tell. But we wish you guys the best. Thank you guys all so much. Please have a great presentation.